Hello, everyone. Your professor is here. Look, Spider-Man is here. Lots of Avengers are here. We've got a couple of reformers, a revivalist, a preacher on hand, and even Pope Francis is looking over my shoulder to see what's going on. We've all gathered here to talk to you about history of Christianity, Reformation to Modern. For graduate students, this is HIST 5301. For level college students, this is LCGE 1354, Survey of Church History 2. But we're all meeting together in the spring 2024 semester, and this is the section that offers this class in the classroom and also through the Flex format. For those who are in the classroom or those who are joining us by Flex live, this class meets Wednesday morning, 8 a.m. to 10:50. If you are a distant student, you also can watch the video lecture at your convenience. But today, I want to go over the syllabus so that you all will understand the expectations and requirements. First of all, let me introduce myself. I am Rex Butler, and I am your professor. This is my 17th year here at the seminary. This will be my final year to teach in the classroom. My wife Margie and I will be retiring next summer, moving to Texas to be near our grandkids. And so this is a very special semester for me, and I plan to leave it all in the classroom. So watch out. I'm going to be lecturing with extra vigor and thoroughness this semester. I look forward to teaching you. To contact me, it's best to use my email address there on screen, also in your syllabus. If you'll reach out to me through email, I will get back to you as soon as I can, usually that day or the next day, unless you email me over the weekend. Usually I take the weekends off and then take care of correspondence on Monday. But at any rate, I will get back to you as soon as I can. You can phone me here in the office, and the new phone number is there, or you can come see me in the Dodd building. All right, I am in room number 105. The Dodd building is at the end of the sidewalk coming from the Level Chapel. Turn right, come in, and look me up. I am almost always in my office unless I'm in the classroom, or maybe I've gone to the student center to see what's going on there. All right, let's talk about required textbooks. The main textbook is Justo Gonzalez, The Story of Christianity, Volume 2, Reformation to the Present Day. I always get good responses to this textbook. Gonzalez is so readable, and he makes the history of Christianity seem like a story, which is where he got the title from. This is one of the reasons why I fell in love with church history in the first place, because this was my textbook when I was first studying this subject. All right, the second textbook is Documents of the Christian Church, edited by Henry Bettinson and Chris Maunder. This is a reader. In other words, the editors have collected a number of primary sources so you can kind of get a taste of what Luther and Calvin and others had to say for themselves. And so this is an important textbook. You can use any edition that you find. The older editions are probably hard to get, but any edition will work. I have arranged the reading schedule so that you can find the readings by chapter rather than by page number. There will be additional required reading from primary sources that are available for free from the internet. All right, we will be using the Canvas learning platform as a supplement to our learning experience. just go online to your Canvas account. You will be automatically enrolled. And so you do not need to ask me to enroll you because I cannot. But we'll meet on Canvas and you'll find lots of information there. All right, once you get on Canvas, the first thing I'd like for you to do is to introduce yourself. Look for the discussions and look for the discussion titled Introduce Yourself. And if you would, please tell your classmates a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what is your family background, do you have a family, what is your job, what is your ministry. Especially I'm interested in what is your degree program and what are your ministry goals. This is all very interesting, valuable information to me. And if you would, post a picture. I like pictures. And I also have led the way myself to introduce myself, and with more pictures and more information than you probably want. But I've posted a picture of myself, my wife, my family, and my grandkids. And of course, you want to see pictures of my grandkids. All right. On Canvas, you'll find that Canvas is kind of organized around course modules. And as you look at the course modules, you'll find PowerPoint lectures that I will be using in class. There'll be some bonus features like maps and charts. And then, very important, you will conduct your unit exams and unit reading reports on Canvas, and you'll find study guides there to help you to prepare for your exams. All right, the exams and reading reports are organized by units, and here is a calendar, a schedule to show you when your unit assignments are due. So Unit 1 is due February the 7th, Unit 2 February 28th, and so on and so forth. The unit ends at midnight at the end of each date. So your unit exam and reading report are due at that time. And so please mark your calendar. Do not miss a unit test or a reading report, because once midnight passes at the end of February 7th, those links will go away, never to be seen again. All right? Do not ask me to reopen a unit test or a reading report. I will not do it. I just won't. I'm sorry. I've given you time. I've given you the date. It is your responsibility to be aware of the due dates. I will help you along the way. I'll make that announcement in class every morning, and so I will keep you on track. But you must complete your unit test and your reading report by midnight at the end of the due date, or you will miss that opportunity. Okay, let's talk about the unit exams. There are 6 of them. When you take them, it's closed book, closed note, and open memory. Let me repeat that. Closed book, closed note, open memory. Okay, you are not to be using your resources as you take these exams. You are timed for these online exams, 25 minutes, and they will shut down at the end of that time. Okay, so 25 minutes is plenty of time. These are all objective kinds of questions, fill in the blank, multiple choice, matching, so very straightforward questions that can be completed readily and easily in 25 minutes. Now, listen to me. Every exam has a base value of 25 points, but you'll find that I've added bonus questions that can increase the value of each exam. Now, let me remind you that the word bonus comes from the Latin word for good. And so these bonus questions are good for you. They give you more opportunities to earn points. Okay? Now, sometimes students will think that these bonus questions work against them. For example, if there are 28 points available and they earn only 25, they think 25 out of 28, that's not a perfect score. But you need to think of it as 25 out of 25. And see, those extra bonus questions give you an opportunity to do better. In fact, some of you will get all 28 right, and so those extra points are bonus points that will help you do better during the semester. Just trust me, I'm not a mathematician, but I do know that these bonus questions are good. That is my intention for you, to help you do even better on these exams. Now, out of the 6 exams for the semester, one of them will be dropped. The lowest exam grade will be dropped. In case you forget to take the test, you don't have to worry about it. You get one forget, okay? Or if you have computer problems, if you go out of town for a D-Now, or if you go visit grandma, okay, you can miss one exam and still be okay. At the end of the semester, if you're satisfied with your first 5 exams, then you can exempt yourself from the 6th one, okay? So 6 unit exams, the lowest grade will be dropped. Now let's talk about reading reports. In your syllabus, in the course schedule, you'll find a schedule for your reading out of the 2 textbooks and the internet. And so at the end of each unit, you're going to estimate, how much have I read? Well, the easiest way to figure that is just to read everything, and then that's 100%. But if you don't quite read all of the assignments, well then, you'll list 80%. Or if just maybe half, then that's 60%. You get 1 point for every 20%. So if you read it all, you're going to get 5 points. If you just read 80%, that's 4 points. 60% is 3 points, and so on and so forth, okay? And so these are the points you can earn along the way. Now, obviously, you are on your honor system, okay? So the Holy Spirit system. Because I'm not there to look over your shoulder to see how much you have read. I expect you to figure it out and to be honest about it. Now, at the end of the semester, you'll have an opportunity to submit a bonus reading report. And this is worth 5 points, and this bonus will be awarded to every student who has completed all the assigned reading. Now, this is all or nothing. Either you read everything and you get the 5-point bonus, or you didn't read everything, and so you will not benefit from that. The best thing to do, of course, is just to read every assignment as you go along, but if you miss some reading in a unit and you don't get all 5 points for that unit, you can catch up later on and then earn the 5 points at the end. It won't impact your grade earlier, but nonetheless, those 5 bonus points will be beneficial as you calculate your grade. The reading schedule is in the syllabus. All right, there are assignments for you to do. They're slightly different for the master's students and the level college students. The master's students will do 2 book reviews. Your first book review is a review of a biography. So each student will read and review a biography of a subject who is located within the parameters of the Reformation and the modern era of the church. And on your syllabus, there are suggested biographies listed in the bibliography. Now, I will allow other books, but only with special permission. So if there's something you want to read that's not on the list, be sure and ask before you try to read it and assign it. Otherwise, if the book is on the list, you do not need my permission. Just go ahead and secure the book, read it, and review it. The book review of the biography is due on February 21st. All right, master students, you will be responsible for a second book review, and this will be a book review about a movement or an event not a book that's focused on an individual, but a broader movement like the Anabaptist Story or the Black Church. Again, there's a list of such books in the bibliography at the end of your syllabus. And again, you can select any book there and begin to read it without my permission, unless you want to read a book that is not included. The second book review is due on March 27th. All right, level college students, you have only one book review to do. All right, and it can be a biography or a book about a movement. And you have a list of books in the bibliography at the end of your syllabus. All right, and your book review is due on March the 6th. Okay, so grad students, you have 2 book reviews that are due. Level college students, only 1 book review. All right, now here's the parameters, the guidelines for the book review. Everyone should write a book review that is between 6 to 8 double-spaced typewritten pages. This does not include your cover sheet. This does not include any bibliography that you include. 6 to 8 double-spaced typewritten pages on the text of your review. Every book review should contain a bibliographical entry at the top of the first text page of the review. So you can have the author, the title of the book, the publication information. All right, your first paragraph of your book review should be a brief biographical sketch of the author. All right, I don't need a lot of information. I just want to know the name of the author, his life dates, his place of origin, where he teaches, if that is appropriate, his denomination or his or her denominational background, any other books. Just list 2 or 3 other books that have been written by this author. Usually you can find this information in the book, on the back of the book, or go online. But remember, listen to me, this must be written in your own words. Do not copy and paste. You will have major points deducted if you copy and paste. I want this biographical sketch written in your words. And again, it must be brief because I want you to spend most of your time on the book review. All right, the book review should include a summary of the contents of the entire book. And so as we grade this book review, we're going to look to see that you have read all of the book, each chapter of the book, and your summary should be thorough to demonstrate your mastery of the content of this book. And then, this is also very important, at the very end of the book, I want you to do a subheading that says application point or points, and in that next section, that last section, I want you to talk about the impact that this book has had on you, your personal life, and your ministry. What have you learned from this book, and how will you apply it? This could be a sermon illustration or an illustration for a Bible study. You might talk about how this has impacted your ministry, or personally, how have you been inspired by what you have read about this biography of the person, or what you've learned about this movement or event in church history. All right, I want you to be able to apply what you are learning in class, and so that's why this is very important. All right, now I must put on my ugly face, all right, because I'm going to talk about requirements and expectations and possible penalties which you want to avoid. All right, first of all, attendance. No student who misses more than 9 classroom hours or the equivalent of 3 class meetings can receive credit for this course. 3 occasions of arriving late for class or leaving early will count as 1 absence. Okay, for more information, see the online graduate catalog. This, of course, applies to those who have signed up to take this class in the classroom. You must attend. I'll be keeping roll, and you cannot miss more than 3 class meetings. We'll talk about flex attendance in just a moment. Next, we want to talk about unit assignments. The unit exams and reading reports must be submitted by the date of the unit completion. I've already been over that. One unit exam will be dropped, and these unit exams and reading reports will not be reopened. Do not ask. All right? Tardiness. I am very, very particular about getting papers in on time. This is because I am the worst procrastinator in this class, all right? And I often waited until it was quite late before I started writing my assignments. But I paid the price, and I was up all night, if necessary, to be sure that my papers were turned in on time. And so I expect the same kind of diligence from you. The difference is when I was going to school, I was not allowed to turn in a late paper. I will allow you to turn in your paper late, but you will be assessed penalties. All right, so any late assignment will be assessed a 10% penalty. These book reviews are worth 60 points, so you'll have 6 points deducted off the top of your grade if it is submitted at all after the deadline. After 5 days, that penalty will double to 20% or 12 points. After 1 week, the penalty is so severe, I don't even want to tell you about it. It will be horrendous. You don't want to find out. And no assignment will be accepted after 2 weeks past the deadline. And remember, these assignments are requirements. They are required. And if you do not turn in one of these assignments, you cannot pass the course. All right, let's talk about plagiarism. New Orleans Baptist Theological Seminary and Level College, we maintain a high standard of personal integrity among our students, and any infraction of plagiarism will be reported to the Dean of Students, and there will be serious penalties applied to your paper and to this class. All right, again, the graduate catalog is going to have more information. All right, now I can put on my happy face again, and we can talk about the remainder of the syllabus. Let's talk about possible points in the grading scale. Instead of giving different weights to the different assignments, I just assign points and then I add them up at the end of the course. It's a lot easier for me. And so for your reading, you can get 30 points. If you read everything, every unit, that's 5 points for 6 units, 30 points. Remember, you can earn 5 extra bonus points on the top of that. All right, tests, 5 of them will be counted toward your final grade at a base value of 25 points. So you can earn 125 points. Well, actually, you can earn extra points beyond that, and so those points will help your grade. And then for graduate students, each of the 2 book reviews is worth 60 points for a total of 275 points. Now, you can see then that if you earn 255 points or more, that's an A. 230 points to 254 points is a B. A C is 210 to 229, and so forth. If you score less than 165 points, well, then you will fail the class. But let me give you a little bit of encouragement here. I am going to predict that out of the number of students that I have in this class, over half of you will make A's. That's a fact. It just almost never fails to happen that more than half of my students make A's. Out of the other half, most of them make B's. There'll be a few C's, a couple of D's, but if you want to fail my class, you have to work very hard at it. In other words, you have to either not turn in your assignments, turn them in late, or have too many absences, or commit plagiarism. Honestly, if you do the work and turn it in on time, you will do well and pass this class. All right? And so be encouraged. Just go forward, do the work, and we'll have a good time together. All right? Now, let's talk about Level College, because you have only one book review, and so you can earn up to 255 points or more, depending on the bonus reading or the bonus questions on your test. And you see you have a slightly different grading scale, but again, you'll be graded according to this scale, and most of you are going to make A's and B's, and all of you will pass if you do the work. All right, now let's talk about the Flex students. All right, NOLA to You Flex is a wonderful format. It means that I'm teaching in the classroom and I'm broadcasting live to distant students, many of whom will log on at the class meeting, and I'll be able to see and interact with you, and that makes a very robust distance learning option. Okay? Now, there will be other Flex students that aren't able to log in on Wednesday morning, but these video lectures will be recorded and set aside, and you can watch them at any time during that week at your convenience. And again, you get the experience of a live classroom situation with questions and answers and interaction with the professor. Okay, so you Flex students, you're required to be in class either through viewing the lectures live or by viewing the recorded lectures on Canvas. Now, you'll be asked to certify that you have been present for the live session or have viewed the recorded session, and this certification will be done through a key word announced by the professor. In other words, I will announce a key word for the day, and Flex students, whether live or distance, will send the key word to my Flex assistant. I'll talk more about this on the first day of class, but nonetheless, this is how we will keep track of your attendance from the Flex group. All video lectures are available for 7 days after the video is posted, and so you need to be sure to watch it within that first week. If you are unable to view the video within that time frame, you will be considered absent for that class session, and again, you may miss only 3 of those class sessions. And technical issues will not be considered a valid reason for missing a lecture. And so if there's something is wrong with your computer, then you need to find another computer that will allow you to watch the video. And again, you're only allowed to miss 3 class lectures. All right, the use of electronics, and this is for the attention of those students who are in the classroom. Turn off your cell phones and put them away. Use your laptops for purposes suitable for this class only. Now, I know that many of you feel that you must be in touch with the outside world at all times, and so you keep your cell phone right there in front of you, on the table, on the desk, and you're watching it to see who's texting you, who's calling you. This is so vital. This is so important. No. My lecture is what is so important between 8 a.m. and 10:50 on Wednesday mornings, all right? I am insulted when I see you have your cell phone out there, because it's telling me that your cell phone is more important than my lecture. And so you will put away your cell phone. I'll give you a break in the middle of class. And so if you have to check and see what's going on in the outside world, you can do that during break time. But while I'm lecturing, I want your focus on on church history. All right? And again, you can bring your laptops to class. In fact, it's helpful if you're following along on the PowerPoints that I make available to you on Canvas, but that doesn't mean that you can check Facebook or check your email or, Lord help us, play solitaire while I am lecturing. No, your laptops are to be used for purposes suitable for this class only. Okie doke. And so, yeah, I'm a little bit old school on that, but I like to have my students' attention when I am lecturing. All right, the emergency plan. In case of an emergency, go to the seminary website for information related to the seminary and check Canvas for instructions related to this class. All right, thank the Lord we made it through hurricane season without any serious damage, at least here on our campus. And so we can expect a hurricane-free spring semester. But you never know, other emergencies can arise. All right, well, here we are at the end of our discussion. Man, I've taken up 30 minutes of your time. I hope you have hung in with me all the way through. We'll not discuss the syllabus during class time. We're just going to jump in and talk about the background of the Reformation and Martin Luther. But I will stop and see if you have any questions about the syllabus at the beginning of class time. So thanks for hanging in with me. Looking forward to teaching the history of the Reformation in the modern era with you, both the master's students and the level college students. Thank you for signing up for this class. I am honored, and I look forward to teaching you this last semester that I have here on the campus. All right, see y'all soon. Bye-bye.